Good morning, traders. This is Johnny with Investing for Beginners Community. And I am going to be showing you guys a watch list actually for today, pre-market watch list for March 11th, 2024. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Let me get some other things going on real quick. Get those links shared out and let us then start to begin. Share my screen with you guys, get these links into the proper places, and we will start going over our pre-market watch list. All right. Hello, welcome. I know it's early. Thank you for spending a part of your day with me today. Early morning this morning, but that's okay, guys. All right, let's get busy here. Put this link out. There must be an easier way. There's not. Okay. I've been waiting all weekend to get into some great positions here, guys. We have a couple of companies that seem to be wanting to pop off on the SMA. SoFi right now, Lucid's coming into a nice buy zone area. Snap has pushed through several support areas and it's looking at a slight bounce back. Lyft also up. Mara up 15%. It gapped up this morning very, very nicely. And we're going to talk about all these in a little bit more detail and show you how you can make a quick couple $100 this morning before work. If, you do work a little later on in the day, say in a couple hours from now. But for all of you who are not at work right now, there is some great potential to make some good money in the market this morning. It's insane, guys. If I would have swing traded a couple of these positions, oh man, we would have some money here. Let me real quick, I'm going to pull up some crypto too. We're going to talk about some crypto, what's happening in the markets, because it is just insane what's going on, guys. It is insane. And I had even thought about buying crypto on Friday and holding over the weekend. I even thought about buying it this morning. So it's just insane right now, guys, with crypto. We're going to show you where we are on crypto here. Okay. So this is the crypto up 5%. Bitcoin hit $72,000, guys, in less than a few hours. It started its ascent up around 1 o'clock a.m. and now it's up 5.5%. If you would have got invested in this company, you would have definitely made some money. So I got in and out a couple times this morning, nothing crazy. Bitcoin as well as Litecoin, Ethereum. We have quite a few here. Oh, right here on the Dogecoin, Shiba, Inu, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Avalanche. As you can see here, Dogecoin's up 4.55%. Shiba Inu is up almost 6%. Ethereum is up 5%. Bitcoin is up 5%. And Avalanche is up 13%, guys. Fantastic. As you can see here, I put about $500 in it, like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes ago, because I was like, if it's going to keep going up, I'm just going to keep buying more and just keep throwing money in it. Now, I have traded this before previously. This is a 24-hour market, so you can trade this all weekend long, day, night, it doesn't matter. Crypto is a 24-hour market. But that's not necessarily why you guys are here. You're here to talk about stocks. That's what this whole channel is about, is stocks. And comment below. If you guys want me to talk more about crypto, I can. If you guys want to take a deep dive into any of these, definitely let me know in the comments. All right, so guys, look at this. We have so much to go over today, okay? These are swing trades for this week. Look at Lucid. We called Lucid out at the 310 mark here a little while ago. Anyone that's watching the channel knows that I love these buy zones and these sell zones, or support and resistant levels. Now, once you can identify a support and resistant level, it makes it so much easier to trade on the 1 minute, 5 minute, daily, swing trade, stuff like that. So in 6 days, Lucid was able to go up 13%. Now, it took about a week, but you really didn't have to do anything. Buy in the buy zone, wait, sell in the sell zone. Now it's coming back down into a what? into another buy zone. Okay, it lost its momentum, it bounced off and got rejected off of the resistance levels, which is great because if you think of a resistance level as the ceiling in your house and you go and jump up, you're gonna hit your hands, you're gonna hit your head maybe, depending on how high your ceiling is, and you're gonna get immediately rejected back down. Okay, that is called a resistance level. And that is a good indication that sellers and buyers like this little area here. They like to buy here and sellers like to short. So now it's gone down another 10%, which is bringing us an opportunity to buy. Okay, this is a buy zone. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to go up. And I'm not a financial advisor. I will never tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just showing you what I do in the stock market to make some money. So look at this jump right here, guys. Okay, there is potential. Now, this might not be a day trade. This might be a swing trade, but there is an 11% potential here on Lucid at $3.10. Now, we called this company out at $3.10. We did. And it got as high as $3.44. So there's a 34% profit there on Lucid. Okay, moving on. SoFi. Look at SoFi. This is just incredible. They're making new highs, new lows, and they're actually have a potential to hit this previous high right here. Will they? Doesn't necessarily mean they will, but they are creating higher highs and higher lows. As you can see here, I've been watching this company since Friday, and it's been slowly trailing up. Now, we have already missed out on about 7% in 4 days on this company. 7% in 4 days. So it does have the potential to run up even more. As you can see here, it has two resistance levels. It has one at another 11% up around the 860 mark, and then another area of resistance, 18%. 18% profit if it goes up to its previous high of 921. Now that's pretty amazing. Is it going to do that? Doesn't have to, but it's possible. It's very possible. All right, looks like we have 3 minutes. 3 minutes until the market opens. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen today. As you can see, Snap has just blew through a couple of levels too. Now, Snap is one of those companies that had a huge down sell-off back in February 2nd. It looks like they were down 32% on that sell-off. So they have a potential to go back up if their indications are strong. As you can see here, this is a strong indication of a reversal. It's super high above the EMA and the above the EMA line, which is a 45-day moving average. It has a little ways to get to the SMA line. Now, once it gets to the SMA line, two things are going to happen. It's either going to bounce and hit the SMA line and act as a resistance level, right? Because it's been going underneath it for so long, it's trying to get back to where it was. Or once it goes to the SMA line and it pushes through, it has a potential to go back up to where it was. This is a 40% profit on this trade. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be in 1 day, but this is a nice opportunity to potentially buy either at a 20% gain on the first level at $13.94 or a 50% gain on the second level of sell at $17.24. So definitely Snap is one of those companies you're going to want to look at. We have a lot of action too. As you can see here, 35,000 was just bought at the 1239 area. So 1239 is right here. Let's get into the 1 minute. We're about to break open and see what is going to happen with all these companies, all these stocks. Now, I am invested in quite a few of them. Let me go ahead and bring up the Robinhood account. We have Doge, Shiba Inu, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Avalanche. We're trading TQQQ today. I held that over the weekend. Mara, I held over the weekend, guys, right? I should have held all these companies over the weekend. It would all be up 5-10%, and we'd be looking at a quick $100. So SCHD, got 3 shares of that. They're also up. Meta is down. Google is up. SoFi is up. Lucid is slightly down right now. And NU is one of those companies that I am adding to the list. Now, Warren Buffett added a ton of position size to NU, so I figured why not add it to our list, kind of track it for a little while, see how it's doing, and go from there. So we are adding NU to the list, guys. As you know, I don't trade a heck of a lot of stocks. I will trade literally less than 10 stocks total, unless there's an opportunity to buy. I might throw 11th or 12th one in, like NU. And then when I swing trade, I'll swing trade, you know, as you can see here, anywhere from, like, NU's up 1% already, guys. I'm glad I caught that. But I'll trade anywhere between like this, like 7, 8, 9 stocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about 8 swing trades. I'll do 1 day trade a day. If I could do more, that'd be awesome on this small public account. But at the moment, I am not. So we're at 24.26, which is okay, not a big deal here. If we show the live, there is some nice little action. Got $93 buying power for the moment, okay? Now, why am I doing this? Well, guys, check this out. Check this out. I don't really have a choice because, look at that. Day trades, 3 of 3. I did Mara on 3.6, Mara on 3.8, and Mara on 3.8. We made $150 on 1 day in Mara. We need another $100 the following day. And then on the 8th, we made $75, guys. We made some good money on simply investing in Mara. All right, market's open. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go, let's go. Let's see what's happening. Let's go to the 1 minute charts and zoom in. Oh my gosh, NU is just doing great. NU is up. They're up 1% right now. LCID is down. Now, it looks like they're going to be dropping quite a bit. But oh, no. Look. It's got some candles. Now, it's too early to tell. Look, see, it went down to the 304, which is okay. That's a support level. There's nothing wrong with that. But as you can see, there are other support levels. We're just going to add that as a support. It looks very high. And there it goes. It's going to start its ascent up. Now, SoFi also, it's starting out a little rough. Now, it's going to hit this SMA and hopefully bounce off of it. People are going to see that this is an opportunity to buy, and they should start rejecting this at the floor. Now, what is that? Well, the opposite of resistance is support, and the opposite of a ceiling is the floor, right? So you can't necessarily go through the floor. You get rejected every time. You walk around and you're walking on the floor. You can't go through it. Now, if you say you have enough momentum and enough pressure that you jump up and you push down and you slam down on the floor and you push through the floor, then that is a strong indication of a sell-off, which means it will go down even more. And that is exactly what we do not want when we are long-term investors. That's why we set stop losses, stop limit orders, lock in profits when we need to. And guys, I've been doing this for almost a decade. I wouldn't say a decade, I'd say like 6 years, almost a half a decade, okay? But really, I've been involved in stocks all my life. You know, I used to sit down at 16 years old, and instead of looking at the comics in the newspaper, yes, we had newspapers, and I would look at stock tickers. Now, I wasn't investing at 16, nor did I start investing until I was more like in my mid-20s. And as of 2022 is when I really got serious about it. Started putting my own money into it. And guys, I was already a little older before I started doing it. So there is opportunity and time. You're never too old. You're never too young, except unless you are under 18, then you may need permission or get help from your parents to set up an account. But nonetheless, look at that. It rejected the SMA line, and now it's pushing up to newer highs. Now, these newer highs can easily go up to this first level at 864 or to the 921. And I created this gold level line simply as a guide. Okay, it does not mean it's going to happen. It doesn't have to follow this. As you can see here, it didn't really follow it here. But it is tracking with the EMA line, which is great. And if it can get up to this SMA line and break through it, then we have a strong indication of an upward trend on SoFi. Okay, SoFi's looking good. Lucid's looking good. It's about to break through the EMA line, 45-day EMA line. Hello, welcome to the chat. And if it can break through this SMA line, now look, there's two areas of resistance, okay? The EMA is going to be a for sure. If it breaks through it right now, then we have a potential for the SMA, another 1.5%, 2%. If it breaks through that, guys, it's game on, and there's 8, 9, 10% profit right here. It's got to break that SMA line. So we'll watch this for just a second and see how it reacts. And go from there. Comment below. Smash the like button for me. I'd appreciate it. What do you think about the shirt too? Colorful, different. It says Savage on it. Pretty cool, pretty cool. A little bit of drip today. SoFi's looking good still. They're wanting to break and push. Now that is a 1 hour chart. Look at the 1 minute. Now see the 1 minute's a bit choppy. 5 minute candle just broke out. There we go. It's a good green candle right there. Snap did go down to its previous support level, as you can see here. Do you see that right there? It almost touched a previous support level, rejected it, and now it's going up again. Lift also has a support level right here at the 1794. I failed to see that earlier because now we're using a 5 minute chart, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's starting to ascent up. Now, Lyft has the same exact situation here. It has this huge downward trend momentum, and you never want to trade against the trend. Like, if it's trending down, then more than likely it's going to continue to go down, right? But as you can see here, we had a good green candle, good indication at the SMA and the EMA line. Now, the EMA and the SMA did cross over, which is never a good indication because every time they cross over, they tend to do a reverse. As you can see here, the EMA crossed over the SMA. This white line is the SMA. I guess I should have said that earlier. And the EMA is the little blue line. But when it crossed over, it created this huge green candle and upward momentum. Now, as soon as it crosses over again, it actually didn't quite catch this one until it was too late. See, it crossed over down here in this range. Now it's crossing again, showing upward momentum, and then crossing again to show downward momentum. So Lyft may be one of those companies you wait to get in on, maybe down at the 1780 position, or it may even potentially go back down to where it was before at the 16. Now remember, these support levels or these resistant levels, which they were before, turn into support levels. So every time they bust through one of these zones, it becomes a support. And as you can see, it's below a support, so then it goes back to resistance. This is a strong resistant level. It got rejected here. They didn't like it here. It went up slightly, but then it started to reject it back down. Now, if it rejects it down to another buy area, that's just another opportunity to buy. It could happen in one day. We could be up 2% in a single day. And if it broke that line again, you'd have a potential to go up 5.5% on Lyft. All right, guys, Mara. What can we say about Mara? So I've been tracking Mara for quite some time now. It's up 5%. And guys, I've been waiting for this run. You see how it looks like an M? Well, this is a double. This is actually a double bottom with a breakout to the top. Okay, now this would have been a double top and possibly a head and shoulder, but it just doesn't really look like it fit the scheme. It's broken through a lot of support levels, which is fantastic. We've been talking about this company back down here since 2150, and that's when we started making that money. As you can see here, this candle broke on 3/8 and we were able to make 15% in one day, but then it also fell the exact same amount, about 11% down. So it closed the day this day with only about a 1.5% increase, which is fine, guys. I'm not looking to hold this company long term. As a matter of fact, I'm not looking to hold any of these companies long term. The least amount of time I can hold this company, the better, right? So it looks like Mara is having a nice little sell-off. Now they were up 5%. So it does show, hey, I'm going to come back a little bit, give an opportunity for some new buyers to get in, and then we're going to go and skyrocket up even more. Now, it doesn't always have to happen, guys, but as you can see, look at this candle right here, man. We were able to play this on Friday, and it was incredible. Made 150 bucks in just a matter of, I think it was like an hour. Let's see. Market open, 9:35 to about 10:30. So yeah, in 1 hour, made $150 on Mara using about $1,600 risk, which isn't bad. All right, so that's what Mara's doing now. It's hit. Excuse me. It went down past the EMA line, but it had this huge gap up. Now, when there's gap ups, usually it'll want to correct itself a little, or it'll keep running. In this case, it's rejecting itself back down, which is fine because this can mean it's just a new area of what, guys? Resistance. This is a new area of resistance that we did not see before, but now we're seeing it on the 5-minute. 25.24 looks like it is going to be a resistant level. Does not like that area. That's where people are starting to sell and not buy. Okay, now it's indicating that it's going to be coming down on the SMA. Now, if it hits the SMA, it's going to sell off. No doubt about it. Or this buy area, another good support area. The support area is literally right on the SMA line, which is a good indication that I am doing my proper due diligence. I'm doing my research. I'm making sure that I'm particular about where I put my support levels and my resistance levels, which is going to make you guys trade even better if you can learn how to do these simple little critiques and little, little things to help your trading game. It's definitely helped mine tremendously. Now, a lot of these are going to be swing traded at this point. Like I said, I don't like holding stuff overnight, but I don't have any day trades available, so I will be holding these companies. I have a very strong feeling that they're just going to be bouncing back. All the companies I have that I did buy are all in buy zone areas, and if they do go down, then I just buy a little bit more and go from there. And guys, it's just Monday. We have a full week of this. I'm figuring I won't get a day trade till Wednesday. So then I will swing trade till about Tuesday, Wednesday, sell off my profits, use my money to start day trading again. And then anything that I have a loss in, I will see, look, do I need to cut my losses because it's not going to happen and then just wait to get in on a better position to buy? Or do I average down, bring my position, my average stock price down, and then once it's down, it'll skyrocket and shoot back up. There's a few different ways you can do it. Now, as you can see, Mara is trying to work this SMA line right here. Let's see what happens. Now, there is a green candle. As you can see, it's right in our buy area. So this would have been a great potential for a day trade right here if you guys were looking to get in. But again, I don't ever tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. All I can do is show you information on what you can do to beat this stock market. So let's see if it did get back up to the SMA line on this. That's about 4%. A short might be into account too. It just depends, right? So this candle actually broke down past the support. So this support level is not strong enough. So we are now going to make sure that it is a resistance level now. Now, how do you create support levels and resistance levels? Well, as you can see, on this chart, there is some really strong areas that people like to stay in. As you can see here, this right here would have been a strong area. Oop, hold on. Back in January, it was trading at this level. Okay, we'll call it a level, not an area. So this level right here, it was trading and it stayed in this level for 116 all the way through to 29. So about 2 or 3 weeks, it stayed in this level here until it finally broke out of the level. Okay, doesn't mean it can't go back to some previous levels like this. So we're going to go ahead and just put that support there. Okay, and then it had a level up here, which it really liked to be in for a minute. Now, what does that say? It's saying that you can basically kind of trail and track where the market's going. It liked this area before January. They probably had some bad news, which I'm pretty sure they did. And then they got good news and it went up. Okay, so now this area here is somewhat mimicking this area here. And that's where these support levels and resistance levels come in. Now, I did draw this white level here. This is something I drew. Okay, as you can see, I can move it around, but I drew this a long time ago. I drew this almost back in February 8th, February 9th. I started tracking this. Well, if it goes up here, it'll bounce down here. It'll go up here, it'll bounce down here. It actually is kind of following along with what I'm doing here. Now, this purple line is just one of those indication levels that I like. I'm gonna put a yellow on it so you guys can see it a little better. It wants to go along with this yellow here. Now, it doesn't have to. This is just a line that I drew and created. But as you can see, from where I was to where it is now, we're able to, or the company has been able to grow over 12 or 13% in a small amount of time. Now, it does have a potential to come back down and basically just sit and hover in this area. It can stay in this little area as long as it wants. Okay, especially if there's strong indications of this resistance level and they're not being able to break it through. Let's go to the 5 minute real quick. Okay, so it pushed all the way down, touched the SMA, and it even passed the SMA, but it didn't close. Look where it closed at. It closed just above not only the SMA line, but it closed above the old support line or resistance level, because it would have made a resistance if it held, but it didn't. So this is a strong buy area, a strong area of support, and if it breaks through this support, then it's going to break through the SMA line as well, which will incur a huge sell-off. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it can happen, and as you can see, it's still wanting to fight with this support level. We're going to be getting buyers. As you can see, the green on the tick by tick, it's starting to get a lot greener instead of red. And then you got a lot of red here. Okay, you got a lot of red coming in. Some neutrals. And it's just touching that SMA line. Again, people love to buy at that SMA line because it's a good indication of a support. Now let's see where this ticker closes. It opened above the support. But let's see where it closes. If it does not close above support and it closes below, then that could be a strong indication of a sell-off. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. I do these live streams every Monday morning. Okay, so this ticker here, it broke past the support. So now then I create that as a resistance. If this closes past this, then that will also be a resistance. But remember, that's just on the 1 minute. We still got the 5 minute chart. And if the 5 minute chart comes back up and closes above, then we're okay. But it does not seem like it. It looks like Mara's going to be selling off, maybe going back to some previous highs and lows, which is okay, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Just opportunities to buy. Okay, how's Google looking? Google is up with a slight dip here. Now look at Google. Google had a nice 1% and it's dropping a little bit, but as I feel like it's just going to keep following this SMA. So it may pull back slightly, you know, maybe a half a point, maybe not, and then it's going to bounce off this SMA and EMA line. You know, say it gets down to here, it does another 1% retracement. You're up 139, so there's not much there. Apple, it's up 1.5%. Again, it might come back and bounce a little bit off of this SMA line. Tesla, Tesla is looking great today, guys. I should have put some money into Tesla. Tesla's up 3.5%, but they are slightly going down. So if they can keep staying above the EMA, they're going to look great. They're going to be fine. They're going to get back to this previous level right here. May get rejected, but that's okay. And that's 5% on Tesla, guys. 5% on Tesla. They're already up 3%. This stock is just soaring right now. It looks like there's a slight little pushback, some pressure at the 180 mark, which is fine. We already kind of knew that 180 mark was going to be a pain in the butt to get over, but that's okay. Now AMD, they are down. They're sitting in that buy zone though, so it's very tempting to try to buy here and pick up that retracement here. Of 7, almost 8%, 9%. But look at this. When it dropped, it spiked up from the SMA 18%. and then it went up another 5%. It's at 22% up. So now there might be a little bit of a correction there. It may come back down a little bit more, which is just a good area to buy. Okay, when stocks drop and it's a good solid company, it's usually a good sign to buy. Now it may stay in this zone for just a little bit. As you can see, it's underneath the EMA and way underneath the SMA. Now, why is this important? Why do I keep bringing up SMA and EMA? Well, look at this, guys. If you look over the long period, where's the SMA line? Right along with it, right? It loves to be right on it. Try to. Think of an SMA line as a road. Okay, you're driving down the road and you have a 2-lane, which isn't necessarily the best example, but there's an outer lane and an inner lane. And then you have the little middle lines with the little crossing lines, right? The SMA line is a lot like that border line. You want to stay as close as you can to it, because if you go past it, you end up off the road. And if you get too far away from it, you end up in the other lane, or if it's a single road, off the road. So you want to try and stay, the SMA line is like the car. It's like the road. And the car is the stock. The stock's like a drunk guy. He's like going in and out of the road. He's on this side of the road, he's on that side of the road. He's on this side of the road, he's on that side of the road. Well, every time he's on this side of the road, he keeps wanting to, he wants to keep going away from it and come back. Or you could think of it as magnets. Magnets do the exact same thing, where they're gonna have that pull. They're going to want to pull you back or push you away, okay? And that's exactly what this is doing. It likes to be as close as possible to that SMA line. It doesn't like to be away from that SMA line too long, okay? Before it's like, hey, we've gone too far off the road. Let's get back on the road, guys, okay? And that's probably like the best example I can give you for what an SMA line is and how you can use it in trading. Okay, so this was a great support level right here. It looked like sellers didn't want to sell off anymore. Buyers really stuck to their guns and started buying right here. Now, it does look like this may be the area that it stays in. This 3% up, 3% down, 3% up, 3% down. It might stay in this area for a while. But it has potential to get back up through that SMA, about 2% on top of that 3% move. And then potentially get even higher than that, all the way from this little tiny 2% where the SMA line is. Do you see that? All the way up to 6 to 7% on the first resistant line. There are several resistant levels on AMD. Well, no, there's not. There's a couple resistant levels on AMD. Okay, I'm starting to get my stocks a bit confused. That's why it's good not to trade more than 2 or 3 stocks as a beginner. Heck, maybe focus on 2. Okay, get you one you really like and one you've never heard of that looks like it could potentially do good things for you, and then watch them. I've been watching these companies for quite some time now. Now, this is the new Swing Trade 2024 list. So every year I try to either stick to some things that worked and then try to adjust a few things. And again, it goes with the market. You know, not every year is going to be the same. Obviously, not every year we're going to have well, I really can't talk about anything anymore on YouTube, because they will definitely just straight up, they just don't like you to talk about certain things. So back to stocks here. This is great support level. And again, it just might just stay in this zone here with buyers buying, sellers selling, and getting that 1.5%, 2% scalp. SPY isn't looking too good right now. It looks like overall they're down, but they are trailing with the SMA. Do you see this? So this can be a great strategy to use as a new investor. I'm not even sure what the strategy is called, but as you can see, it pulled away from this SMA line like insane, right? It's like, whoa, I'm out of here. Went up 2%. Now it's going to draw back down. It's going to recorrect itself. Is it going to bounce off the EMA at 1%, or is it going to go all the way back down and hit off that SMA? We don't really know, but I have a strong indication that it may, if it has an upward trend, may bounce off of this area and then retrace back up. Now it can go back up to here and hit 1%. It can go even higher from its past retracement and get up to possibly this resistance level right here, 2.5% or so, which isn't bad at all. This looks like this is new, so there we go. And it's in use. I actually haven't even drew my my levels yet. Why don't we go ahead and do that live real quick, because this is a company that I just added. Warren Buffett has bought a ton of positions in you, along with Snowflake. That is another one on the list, but it doesn't really look that good to me compared to Inu. Warren Buffett sees something in it. I just simply do not at the moment. Snowflake line, now it does have a great indication of a buy area, but as you can see, their buy areas are around here. Buy zones, I'd say roughly like here, okay? And then it broke through these old support levels, which is never good, okay? Because these used to be a support level. They used to be resistant levels right here. They're no longer, so now they are resistant levels, unfortunately, as well as right here. Now, what am I doing, guys? What am I doing here? Well, I'm on the 4 hour. You can go as long as you want, but I like to use a 4 hour for drawing my zones. And look at this. Without even seeing the past history, just seeing a couple of little indications, I have now been able to showcase to myself and to you our buy zone areas. Now, this buy zone area can be slightly bigger now that we pull back. It can go all the way down to 128. Okay, so we got 128, 140, 145 as some potential buy zones. Okay, but we're getting a lot of rejection right around this area. See all that red there? So this could be a strong indication of a resistance. Now, it did break through that as a support, so that is no longer a support level. And as you can see here, it had a huge upward momentum. It's also a little bit more expensive to get into than Inu, but at 138 to 240, 70% increase, 70% return on your investment on snow. And guess who owns it? Warren Buffett. When did he buy it? Over here. He didn't buy it over here. He bought it over here. So we're going to see what happens as time goes on with this company. Now we have our 4 hour zones and support levels marked. And we can get into, say, like the 1 minute now. What's it doing on the 1 minute? Well, it is all over the place. Let's go 5 minute. There we go. 5 minute, showing signs of an upward trend, and then it got super rejected here. Okay, why? Because the overall trend of this is down. Look how far the EMA line is from the SMA line, not just the stock price itself. So it's going to want to bounce back, which it did. It bounced back, and now it's going to push itself away again because it is a drunk driver, my guys. Okay, so that's why I'm not invested in snow. We're going to go back to Inu. Look at this. It's retracing perfectly the way I said. Oh my God, that's so funny. There it is. It had that nice little bounce back. It didn't go as low as the level I wanted it to go, but hey, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that's what's so cool about these this platform, guys. I love it so much. It's easy to use. It's easy to identify these support and resistance levels. It's easy to somehow predict. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it and make it sound like everything's so easy and perfect for me, because there are a lot of bad days, but you make your bad days very small bad days. Okay, I take a $10, $20, $30 loss in a day is nothing if I can make $100 or $200 in a day. Okay. And you know what else is a good tip too? If you are trading, you're actively trading, whether it's day trading or swing trading, you're buying and selling positions, and you're not holding it long term. Okay, this is for you guys that are watching the channel, because I got investors and I got traders. Okay, little bit of both worlds. I started with investing, making 2 to 8% a year, almost nothing, like $1 or $2 a month, to now making over 20 to 40% a month. In a month, hundreds of dollars a day now. Okay, because of this one thing I'm about to tell you. All right. Take your wins, okay? All your wins, add them up. Add all your winning trades up. And then that is the amount of money that you could have made if you didn't have your losses. Okay, now, say you have $300 in gains because you did good, you had some profits, $300 in profits, but you had $310 in losses. So you're negative $10 on the month because you lost that money. You gave it back to the market, right? So what do? We try to reduce our losses to a minimum, right? Set those stop losses, step those trailing stop limit orders or stop limit orders, all that. You want to set them. Make minimum 1-2% minimum losses. You don't want to lose more than 3 to 5% on anything. Sell it, wait to buy in again. So the profits, if you do not subtract your losses and you only focus on your profits, then you would have made $300 for the month. Now that's pretty good. It's showing that you can make money in the market. Now you have to figure out a way to keep the money, trade a little less, and reduce those losses to a minimum amount. So that way, maybe you lose $10 instead of $310. Or maybe you start out and you lose like $150. You know, that's about half, and then you make $150. But track everything. Journaling changed my whole investing journey. Hello, Handy Neighbor 100 said, check out AITX for an artificial intelligence stock. Okay, let's check it out. Thank you. AITX. I believe I've actually seen it. Did I draw on this one yet? No, I haven't. Let's look at the 4 hour. Holy moly, this is actually a penny stock, my guy. This is a penny stock for sure. Be very careful. I'm not going to say stay away from it because I don't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell here. But holy schmokas, guys. From Jeremy Financial Education Channel. It's gone down 81% since its previous highs. We'll go ahead and trace this here. We'll put our resistance levels and our support levels. Thank you, Handy Neighbor 100, for bringing that out. Another one. Jake, when in the day are you buying and selling? Like you haven't actually sold or bought anything in this live video today, right? No, I haven't sold or bought anything yet in this live video. Every Monday I trade, and every Monday's different. Unfortunately, Jake, I believe last Monday I showcased some buy and sells. But the thing is being a day trader does not mean you're going to be trading every single day. Okay, just to clarify that, guys, day traders do not trade every day. It just means that they trade in a day area. I'm also a swing trader, and I also have a long-term holding account for, you know, the foundation of my position. Okay, I only day trade with 5% of my total income. Or my total position size, and I swing trade with 10% of my position size. 80% of all my money goes into foundationary stocks like ETFs and companies that track the market, and individual stocks such as like Apple, Google, Tesla, companies that I believe in that are going to go up a very long time. Now with that strategy, I've been able to grow my account, you know, exponentially, basically. All right, so we're setting up some support and resistance levels. So this has a strong resistance level right here for the moment, okay? For the moment. Doesn't mean it has to stay there. Doesn't mean it will stay there. Now let's look at some areas of buying opportunities. It looks like it likes this little zone area right here. And again, old resistance levels will then turn into new support levels. So if it can break past this SMA line, okay, and start showing signs of reversal, because it's not really showing signs of reversal right now, slightly on the histogram, slightly. On the RSI, it's still a little bit oversold. It's a little bit in the middle. I like to get companies that are around the 30 or 40 on the RSI and ride them up to the 70, 75 mark. But if it is able to break and you lock in and you start to get in here, because like, okay, it's past it, that's 36% profit from the SMA. Now, if you got in today, you're just like, man, I'm already in. Sorry, I already bought it. And it has a potential to go up to this recent resistance level. That's a 52% profit. Now, be very careful with these companies, guys. I mean, you could totally put in, look at that, 100 quantity. I could buy 100 shares right now, and it's only gonna be 28 cents. okay? But that number can change very, very fast. That 28 cents, it could crash and you could actually have a negative amount or basically just lose all your money. So AITX, artificial intelligence, we're gonna keep our eye on this. We're gonna keep an eye on this. Thanks for calling it out, Handy Neighbor 100. Let's go ahead and add this to future setup possibly right here. And I like to have different playlists also for that reason. If I do have people call something out and it potentially looks good, we will put it here, okay? I have NVIDIA here also because I do not feel like putting a ton of money into NVIDIA right now. It's jumping off of that EMA line and bouncing up. Now it has a potential to go down even more, but guys, I mean, there are some good areas of opportunity with NVIDIA also. It has a retracement of 16% back to previous highs, and if it wants to go even higher, I mean, it just really has a chance to go up even more. So XOM also way above its SMA and EMA line. It did not look like it's going to be going anywhere. It has a potential for a 9% profit, but it also has a potential for an 8% loss. So as you can see, I will not be trading in that today. That is not something that I like to trade in. That's a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. That is not an A+ setup. If anything, I'd say it's like a D, you know, maybe a C because it's above the SMA and EMA line. But yeah, definitely not something I'd be looking at right now. Our risk to reward ratio is 1-to-5. I'll take a 1-to-3, but 1-to-5 is always better. Now I do look at gold as well. So let's look at JNUG here. JNUG it's been doing great, guys. JNUG's been doing great, but anything that does great usually will have a bit of a sell-off. As you can see here, 34% increase in just a matter of a couple of days. All right, JDST, they are showing signs of, I wouldn't necessarily upward momentum. Look at this. This is still going down. It has crossed over, and now on the histogram, it is showing signs of possible reversal. Possible reversal here. 35%, or actually about 13%. 5% on first level, $6 resistance, 10% around the 650 resistance, and about 35% profit around the 780, 790 resistant level mark. So pretty cool, guys. Let's see if we can find anything to get into today. Just, I'm not really liking any of these setups. Like SQQ's looking good, but look at this. There's potential for it to bounce right off of this. So I'm going to get in with SQQ for a 1% point with a possibility of going down 5%. No, that's a 7-to-1. So I'm risking 7% to make 1%. That doesn't make any sense. So that's not a good one to trade right now. TQQQ. Now again, this isn't a buy zone. TQQQ tracks the triple Q, which tracks the overall market. Okay, they are above the SMA line. They actually were not able to stay above these support lines, so they go back to resistant levels. Back to resistant levels, guys, because it broke through those. So now those are selling opportunities. If it does come back down to where it was previously around the 420 mark and retraces, that's a 5% profit on QQQ, but that means it's much higher profit on TQQ. It's about a 10% profit retracement. Okay, so possibly TQQ, but yeah, still, it just does not look like an A+ setup. I'm not seeing signs of reversal yet. If anything, I'm still seeing signs that it's selling off. So we're waiting. It may bounce off this SMA line at the 57. So we are just waiting to see that. But definitely join me live every Monday morning. I may even start doing it multiple mornings a week, but I like to at least do Monday mornings because it sets you guys up for the week. It lets you see what I'm watching, what I'm doing, and basically even how the market's reacting on that very first day of the week. Okay, the first day of the week I believe is pretty crucial. Fridays can be crazy too. A lot of money gets put in on Fridays. But as you can see here, it looks like some of these companies are starting to just slightly sell off a little, which is just creating a buy opportunity for us. Now, if Snap closes below this line, because it's in this ticker symbol right now, if it closes below this line, then this support will then become a resistance. And as you can see, it's about to hit that EMA. It's nowhere close to the SMA. Nowhere close. Which means it has a chance to bounce back. Lift, Mara's retracing back down, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Get a better price to buy. Google is making its way up. So that's fantastic. We did buy some Google. Now, unfortunately, I bought some companies before pre-market open, before this video, because again, I seen an area of potential and I wasn't going to wait to buy now on a live, which I could have, but we did buy down here. As soon as the market opened, we bought, and now we are trailing, or we should be up at least like 1.5%. Now it is going to retrace back down again, hit that SMA line or EMA line, or it may even go all the way back down, but I doubt it. It's probably going to bounce off this SMA line right here. And let's do a poly line. See, as you can see, it went up, down, and it may retrace back up. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. And I'm literally making these lines as we go. There's nothing really special. You can do the exact same thing and go from there. So also, Handy Neighbor 100 and Jake, you guys are going to be entered into our raffle along with second round vintage, a better view window cleaning service. Thank you for commenting. Every comment gets you one entry into our monthly giveaway. This month we're giving away $200 or a $500 mystery box, whoever gets picked for that raffle. Now you can comment as many times as you want. You could comment on all of my past 500 videos and get 500 entries for this month. Each month it starts anew on comments, and I do track it. So you guys are now entered in the giveaway. Congratulations. And I hope one of you guys win. You know, that is every month. So definitely subscribe, follow along so you can make sure you see when those raffles come out. I also posted on my Discord. Let's go ahead and bring Discord up. And we have a Facebook, over 70,000 members. Come on, why is it taking so long? Because it's stupid. Okay. All right, guys, right here, start here. So we do have a Discord where we share our trading ideas. We have a community that is slowly growing just as fast as our group here. Investing for Beginners community on Facebook. It is a private group of over 71,000 members. As a collective with all social media and YouTube, Discord, we have over 100,000 members now. We have just joined the 100,000 member club. Thank you for all your support over the last few years. Get involved, get on this private group here so you can start talking to like-minded individuals as yourself. Over 70,000, and that is where we talk about mostly investing for the long term and swing trades, stuff like that, high dividend stocks and things. Now the Discord is going to be where we do the majority of our day trades, swing trades, and everything else that's not technically investing. I'm trying to figure out a way to keep them somewhat separate without creating a whole nother group. So yeah, check it out. I talk about my trading strategies, my criterias before I even take a trade. We did not hit any of these criterias today. Maybe 2 for a day trade, maybe 1. And at the same time, I don't have a day trade today to do. Probably on Wednesday, I will have one available. But then again, I won't be live streaming it. And again, I think maybe I will. But I know for sure, 100%, I'm always here Monday mornings at market open. And I may even start live day trading multiple days a week. I'm not really too sure yet. Subscribe to the channel though, it'll definitely help. And again, the more comments you leave, the more chances you have to get involved in the raffle. Now we do have general information here. We got people coming in constantly, a ton of people coming in every day. Main trading floor, we have a ton of ideas here. I just spit out all the areas. Live tomorrow at 6:30, market open, watch me trade live. 5 potential setups for the morning, going to wait for the best AAA setup, and then I'm loading up. Now, none of these setups really played out. We already watched that. If you're just joining the live stream, go back a little bit, go over the stock analysts and the charts and everything, so that way you can set yourself up for this week, okay? Just because we're day traders does not mean we need to trade every single day. All it means is that we trade in a one-day period. Last month, we kicked off the giveaway for February of this year, $100 or a free mystery gift box of $250. That was given to the winner of the month, Consider. He was able to win that. Now, this new challenge or this new giveaway for this month, I haven't made one yet. It's double this, guys. It is double. So it's $200 Amazon gift card or a $500 mystery box giveaway to you. How do you join or how do you get involved? Simple. Comment on my videos down below. Each comment will get you a invitation or a ticket into that raffle. Okay, guys. We are looking at probably getting off here pretty soon. Looks like we are at 56 minutes, so about an hour. I do these roughly between 30 minutes to an hour and a half, so 30 to 90 minutes every single Monday. So definitely follow along next Monday. And subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And one last thing, guys. One last thing. If you have not joined or even have an account, you need to get yourself set up with an account. Okay, I have 3 links below. You got MooMoo, WeBull, and Robinhood. All 3 links give you free shares, access to the market. They have their pros and cons. They all give you interest on interest on uninvested cash. They give you free shares. Again, they all have their different perks, but definitely start, guys. You can get free stocks. I remember when I started, I was able to get $179 price of a stock, which was Facebook at the time, or AKA Meta. Imagine getting an account like right now. You click on that link, you got, say no money, maybe you got $5-10, but you're like, I'm just going to set the account up. I'm going to put it on my phone. Okay. I instantly get a free share. Facebook, $179. Oh my gosh, that's freaking awesome. Okay, well, this really works. I'm going to sell it. And I could sell it and I could go use it and pay bills or do whatever I want with it, right? Or I could sell it, buy other companies, start investing, start learning how to make more money, and that $179 grows. Or I could just hold on to Facebook, keep that $179 and just let it ride and go all the way up. What's it at now? It's like at $350. So I could have doubled my money on money that I got for free for simply signing up with the link below almost 6 years ago. I keep wanting to say a decade, but it's only been about 6 years. Feels like a decade though. So yeah, tons of links, tons of information below. I hope this video helped you. Check out some merch, check out the shop, check out other videos, but mainly focus on yourself and how you can start making money every single day in the stock market, whether it's through day trading, swing trading, or long-term investing. Let's try to figure out a way to get you more money by investing that hard-earned money that you work so hard for, guys. Let's stop wasting money. Let's start earning money. Set them stop limits low. Check your journal. Got some homework for next Monday. I want to hear what you guys think next Monday. How much money did you make in a month if you did not count your losses? And I have an insane number to tell you guys on my own personal journey. I'll see you guys Monday. Thanks for stopping in. And traders, let's get out there and make some good trades. Let's have some fun with it. And we'll see you guys later.